lot of sculptures. This one doesn't really have it that much sculpture, but this is very nice. This have several rooms in this tomb here. So we're not going to even waste any time. I hope everything is all right with you, my family. Is everyone blessed? Are you sure? Are you ready to go inside of this mastaba, or what is called the tomb of Mehu from Kemet? Are you ready? You sure? Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the overlay of the whole area, exactly how inside looks, and then we are going to venture inside and take a look at the whole structure, even before we start to explain what we're looking at. So what you're doing here, we are giving you an idea of how it looks from the outside. As I said, there are several rooms inside of this monument here, inside of this tomb, inside of this burial chamber for this man known as a vizier. All right, we're just going to have a quick walk through. In fact, no, before we walk through, let's just highlight a few things for our people here. So Mehu, now you're basically looking at Mehu. This is Mehu here. He is spear fishing in the marshes. If you notice, Prince, a lot of these tombs that we have gone into, you see a lot of similar things happening.
Blessed love, family.
Example, when we go deeper into this, and we're going to try.
Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. Just listening and going through a lesson there on African history and heritage.
One way he's spear fishing. Wow, that's a big fish he caught here. Wow. I'm telling you that.
About half his size.
I'm telling you, they must. They're very, very, very big. All right, he doesn't have to fish again for the rest of the year. All right, so this is saying here. Now, what this is saying here.
And as I said, this is basically one of the classes from our international homeschool African heritage class. That is actually class 63. That is class 63, And of course, those who do not know what our international homeschool classes are all about, of course, this is the African heritage class is coupled with the astronomy class. Let's just get a little more of it.
Someone is pulling this donkey along, it seems like. You know how it is with donkeys. They're very stubborn animals. And so many things happening here. It looks like a village life and plenty of people at work.
This is a boat.
It looks like a great boat, isn't it? Yeah. It is. And more.
And we're in the temple of Mehu there, and donkeys are very wise animals as well, very faithful, the Aiki. But at the same time, just giving you a sample for those who may not even have an idea of exactly what we do in our homeschool classes. But this is the African heritage class. This is what we teach to the young ones, give them a good idea of exactly what their ancient heritage and history is all about. As you could see, it's three-dimensional, very uplifting, animative, basically live and in living color. And we definitely put our best foot forward when it comes to the production of these classes. But anyway, I was just watching that, honestly, before you came in, before we decided to press the record button, but I was so intrigued. And actually, that is where we're going also. I want to highlight that this Sunday, we are having the International Homeschool Virtual Edition. That is the virtual edition this Sunday, the 23rd day of January. I'm looking forward for everyone to come on in with their young ones. This is a free event. More than likely, we will be utilizing Zoom. And if it is not Zoom, it will be another platform where everyone could come in live and direct. This is not something we'll be streaming through YouTube, but for sure we'll all be together. All you have to do is to contact us. You know what to do. Email us, priestIsaacInstitute@gmail.com. Just make the connection and make the link, and for sure we will, give you the next step, the next direction, where we go from there as it relates to how you could join us on Sunday. So we will be gathering at 3 p.m. That's Eastern Caribbean time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time. You just come in with the young ones. You know, we're going to spend approximately an hour with you, and you could bring your pencil and your paper and your coloring pad and your coloring crayons and whatever else you have. Even if we may not use them this Sunday, this is going to be a regular thing. You know, at least once a month. We're not going to give you fixed dates at the moment, but for sure, once you become a part of this team, you know, we will continually advertise this, so you will know when, you know, you're going to come in and join us. And we will obviously, once you become a part of our email list, we will obviously email you the information, so you know when we're coming together. So this is not just for those who are already enrolled in our international homeschool supplementary program. You know, this is for everyone, especially if you have, you know, children. I mean, specifically for the young ones. I mean, if you don't and you want to come, I don't mind that you come, but we are really looking for the young ones to come and sit in, and we begin this homeschool process, this international homeschool togetherness process. So it's not about us just teaching it, you know. We will be interacting live and direct, so everyone will be on the screen, whether you keep on your camera or not, and we'll be asking questions. We will be interacting. As I say, bring your pencil and your paper and everything, and it will be all good. So it's this Sunday, the 23rd day of January, 3 p.m. sharp. You know, it's going to be a wonderful rendition. And keep in mind, we have just officially launched the biology edition of our international homeschool program. So I'm just reminding everyone that that is already on stream. And again, you know what to do. Just email us. You get all the information. You get all the know-how to be a part of such. All right, family. Give thanks, as I said, it's so many things that is taking place right here at the Institute. I'm sure you all know that we have already gone into the realms of our essay competition for this year, our national essay competition, which is also now an international essay competition. If you were not there at the launching on Sunday on Radio Anu, we have already created a video around it. I think it was the previous video that we put up prior to this, the official launch. I think we named it Joshua and Caleb, because that was kind of the substance of the lecture. Go and check it out, because I wouldn't have the time now to explain in detail the importance of the essay competition and how you can be involved in such. But again, for those who specifically want to partner with us, means and ways of making them contributions via PayPal, CashApp. Well, those links are in the description below. And you could also, again, email us. That's the best thing. And just email us and talk to us and get the full vibes of exactly what is taking place. And just spending a moment with you, you know, because I'm preparing, man. This is just preparation. There's a lot of things happening here at the Institute, a lot of things happening right here in with Dudley, actually putting ourselves together to do the midday Psalms reading, midday sacrifice Psalms reading as well. So all of that is on the table. And this evening on the Tiger's Nest, I want to touch upon that subject that I touched upon about 2 strongs ago. And since I did, I've heard a few word sound go out about it. And I want to get back to it tonight in the best way that I can. I'm speaking about this mystic between Bongo Eddie and King Emmanuel. And I will put it that way again. I will address it in the way that I can address it. Now, really, as I said before, the events that individuals are speaking of, I mean, I was not there. And I'm not quick to condemn someone who says that they are eyewitness to these things. When the brother ambassador came out with his information, and again, this is not the first time I've repeated that, not the first time I've heard something like that. You know, a few ones obviously were against it. But I was actually surprised to see in comments and even ones reaching out to ones that are totally in agreement with Mr. Ambassador. They're saying Ambassador knows what he's saying. Ambassador has the truth. And I even highlighted that Mr. Ambassador was calling out a few people too, by name, to come and address the subject area. Now, I want to be clear. I mean, this is just something that's already out there. I'm not adding to anything, and I'm not taking away nothing from no one. In fact, you know, I will have the Honorable Priest, Dougie, with me, maybe next strong. We already made that arrangement. It's just, to be honest, it's up to me really to somewhat set them dates there for exactly when we will sit down. So I intend to ask him about that because I heard him make a comment on that thing. I think he dismissed it as foolishness. May not be the exact word, but I know it was in the same vein. He dismissed what the brother was saying, Jaboni, as foolishness. That's what he referred to it as. If it's not foolishness, it's ignorance. But the point I know Priest Dougie was making, and he will be here so he can speak for himself, is that he not really with that. So it's a little tug of war business. This one was the most funniest one, to be honest. Since then, I heard ones are saying that this man here, which is Prince Emmanuel, King Emmanuel, I hear now that Prince Emmanuel is Bongo Eddie's brother. You never hear that one. The man, the thing get away. I said, okay. And yeah, real interesting. But listen, family, I just want you to know, not because we are somewhat gleeful about this whole thing and we're talking about it, and so what I'm going to present tonight is some serious vibes. Remember, we're going into the Lenten period, and what I really will be doing, that's why I say that, you know, we'll be doing it in the way that, to be honest, only we can do it. What I'm going to be speaking about, I'm not challenging a person's history. I'm not here to debate with nobody about what they say they saw or what they didn't see. You know, obviously, we grow and know King Emmanuel, and some of us sit with him from the 80s and 90s. So even that conversation, we wouldn't even register that. But as I said even before, you know, some of us that would not register that will still culture that King Emmanuel himself is the same Christ that was crucified and rose up in 3 days. You never hear that. Man, is Lent coming. Lent will be the 2nd day of March, is the beginning of the 40th day and the 40 nights. Many ones ask the question, still asking, how is it that Bobo keep Lent? I think every year we answer that. Every single year we answer that, but it's all right. You have to be gentle with new souls and people who are just acquiring this knowledge. You know? And this is a serious thing. I'm not going to even try to season it up here in these few moments. But of course, it's things we have spoken of so many times. Every year we do a Lent series, you know, from the beginning, somewhere in the center, and at least coming to the end of it. And it's a very important process. And a lot of ones have gained strength from the Lent series or the 40 days and 40 nights series that we always do. And I am honored that ones could have, you know, received the strength from that. Because it's important. It's a very, to me, it's an emotional time. I mean, I shed a tear every time it's done. You know, when you understand, it's a very sacred time to me personally. You know, that period from what they call the Ash Wednesday to the Resurrection Day. Yeah, man. So this is why you see we pay attention to it. We prep for it. We call and we teach on it as it's coming close. And to me personally, you don't know me, I don't care what nobody say, but to me personally, this discussion that is now rising its head, for those who don't know, about Bongo Eddie passing on, in the late 60s or 1970 or somewhere thereabout. That's a very interesting conversation at this time. As I said again, there are those of us who totally dismiss it. There are those of us who agree with it because we were in the time and in the space. And usually those who agree with it, usually those who agree with it are those that were around it. This is what I'm noticing. If you notice, the brethren that I just had on his program, he was a brethren that was around it, who say he see for himself. And this is why the ambassador now, Jaboni, was calling out specific names. He's a man that's supposed to can testify to this. I wasn't there. I don't know what they see. I don't know what they encounter. And I ain't going to be just quick to tell you that them lie. No. No. Not when the same man them that say them lie gonna tell you that they believe the man drop his flesh and bring it back to life again. All right. So you never think that, well, maybe some part of the puzzle there missing, that something there that connect with the other part? No. All right. Well, anyway, we have a lot of the pieces to speak about tonight when we meet on the Tiger's Nest. This might be one of them extensive editions of the Tiger's Nest. I'm going to make sure the highest grade is in Chalwa. And looking forward to the 2nd of March, really. Yeah. So this discussion tonight, for those who really love truth and love proper understanding and appreciate the mystics. That's why we do these things now on radio and, on a platform where, those who appreciate it will definitely make their way. Straight up. When you come on these platforms out here, certain things you can't even say. Can you imagine that? You have to wonder if they're going to take it down. So we give thanks for Radio Anu. So it's 7 p.m. sharp this evening in the Tiger's Nest. We will be reasoning on the mystics of Bongo Eddie and King Emmanuel, cut and clear, rent and tear. And how interesting it is, fam, that until I personally heard this discussion here, I never looked at that level of the mystics. But since it has risen its head and it's out there, well, we gonna get to it. Man saying I must address what's going on in Scott Pass. Well, I guess they don't listen to Radio Anu that much, but we say a lot of things, a lot of things we address that one's not aware that we are addressing. But this is what we want to address tonight, on the Tiger's Nest. So give thanks, family, just a moment I came to spend with you. That's what it is. And inviting you to join me in the Tiger's Nest tonight on Radio Anu. Upful meditation and upful vibes. And I'm very thankful for all the love. We just get enough love here. Yeah, man, give thanks for all the love that the genuine hearts put our way. Just the love, just the frequency, man. Yeah, man, give thanks for it. That's the important stuff. So yeah, man, as you see, we're just keeping a upful meditation, prepping for, as I said, the midday Psalms reading and the 7 strokes of the drum and cutting and clearing and parting the Red Sea, That's what it's all about. Yeah, man, this is a kingdom work. This is King Emmanuel Order's work. This is the Black Christ work. This is not a joke thing. This is the culture of the Ancient of Days. I'm looking forward to this evening. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, man, I'm going to tell you all what I know. Yeah, and I call him names too. Yeah, I call him names. I call it names. I ain't telling you nothing. I can't tell you where I get in the source from. I can't start now. I can't go into it here, man. This is like a 2-hour program. I might have to go tonight into timelessness, but I'm looking forward to it. The highest a grade we gotta get and make sure we carry it to another level, you know. So family, Sunday, make sure you're in the house. Bring your young ones, and come and sit in and sup in and let's do the thing right. Up full salvation order with us, and prophet and priest and king. And 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Caribbean Time, pardon me, Eastern Caribbean Time. And that should be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at this time. But for all, you know, information, just email priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Don't mind, just email. We will be happy to reason with you and have a full discussion, you know, definitely. And before we go, let me just remind you for sure, we are also talking about Black business. Oh yeah, remember we are highlighting Black dominion, and we're talking about the best in garments and even footwear, and garments meaning from your tees, your t-shirts, your warmers, your sweaters. I mean, every time we come here, it's something new that Black Dominion has put on board. And as I said, even down to your shoes, I think Tams and so many different things, mugs, and other accessories as well, you know, your cutting board. You could also get your chalices through Black Dominion as well. And of course, the price or the prices in general of everything. You know, I was going to say the price of the shoes, but the price on everything, the t-shirts, everything, wonderful prices, family. And I'm telling you myself, as we ourselves within the same business field, these are wonderful prices. And the brothers and sisters clearly show you free shipping on all items. So, I mean, what you're talking about, and wonderful, some wonderful accessories, you know. As I said before, even when you look at the quality of the shoes, etc., and at the same time, the prices are better than what you would get if you were to go into the store, and the delivery is free. So where is our Black-minded, conscious-minded, support ourselves mentality? You know, even if the brothers and sisters' shoes was more expensive and you had to pay for shipping, we should still support them. But the brethrens and the sisters' shoes are much not cheaper, but more economical for us. And at the same time, you know, we can sit at home and don't move and it will come to us. And we are supporting each other. I'm telling you, it is things like kindergarten and nursery school and first and second grade. These are the tools that they use to beat this out of us. However they find to do it. They implement ways and means of beating this stuff out of us. But anyway, as usual, we're going to put the link of Black Dominion in the description below. Definitely blackdominion.shop. So you could just go below the video and press the link and you find yourself on Black Dominion, of course, in all good doings and saying. Give thanks for the royal family that is dealing with such. And again, family, give thanks for your presence with us, the life giver and the keeper of life. For those who want to go out, I will bid you blessed, but I'm going to spend a little more time and continue to watch the homeschool video that I was watching, and with the honorable Prince and Princess with me here as we are in Kemet, African Heritage number 63. This is live virtual, you know, animation as such. That's not the right term I'm looking for, but you know, that's how it is for the moment. Whatever the case, Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. Holy Emmanuel, I, Selassie, I, Jah, Rastafari.
The fish look like they're in the boat.
Oh,
Somewhat.
yeah.
Yes. But as you said earlier, it's hieroglyphs, and everything has its meaning. All right, my young students, let's not wait wait too long. We're going to go deeper into the tomb. Let's just see what this is saying here. What is that saying here, Honorable?
Scene depicting grain being winnowed, winnowed after its harvest and subsequent and storage in a granary.
Yes, and the same thing we were saying there, you see a lot of that, harvesting. They're utilizing a lot of donkeys and mules here. So you see a lot of harvesting of the grain. This is what it's saying, and it's put it and put in a granary, storage in a granary. Subsequently means afterwards they put it in the granary. So yes, a lot of grain is being harvested here. I would believe that's grains. We're talking about millet and sorghum and what else? Millet. What did I say? Teff is a good grain as well. Amaranth. Those sort of grains.